Hey, namaste everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all good. Hope you're keeping well. And I hope you're keeping in your high vibration, your highest frequency and your highest vibration possible with whatever you're going through in life, whatever that may be. People often say to me, how do you do what you do? How do you go through what you're going through and still put out positive content on YouTube and WhatsApp on the days that you can do it? Everything's relative. When you think about it, what is the worst or the most severe or significant negative catalyst in my life is no less or worse severe than the maximum catalyst that you will be experiencing in your life. Everything's relative to the individual observer. So just because I'm going through this, with CRPS and FND, doesn't mean to say that it's any worse than what you're going through with a relationship breakdown, or maybe you've lost a whole group of friends. Maybe you've had to move out of your parents' house, or maybe you've had to move out of your boyfriend's house, or your husband's house, or your wife's house. Maybe you're going through your own physical catalysts at the moment. Broken arm, even just a sprained ankle. I mean, if you've never been injured before, then the sprained ankle is going to be the worst thing that you've ever been through, right? It's all relative. So that's what I say to people, it's all relative. Okay, so I have an addition for Thought Form Mastery class. Lesson 2. I might even call this lesson 3, because this is directly linked to the consciousness tracking, and this is consciousness tracking. It's just a different form of consciousness tracking, and this one's more difficult in many ways than. So this really is lesson 3, I guess. This is a step forwards from lesson 2. Now don't rush with these lessons, take your own time, because we all go at our own pace, and we all have a different level of learning with all of this. Take as long as you need to take. Don't rush any of this. And don't think you need to do all 3 lessons in the same day, although you could do. There's nothing to stop you from doing 5 minutes of 1, 5 minutes of lesson 2, 5 minutes of lesson 3. This being lesson 3. Okay. Lesson 3 is energy center tracking. Using your focal point of attention. Similar to lesson 2. Though this one's slightly more difficult, because you really need to be slightly familiar with, well, first of all, where your 7 energy centers are in your body. Your root chakra being basically what you're sat on now. If you're sat down watching this, it's what you're sat on. It's your gonads, it's your anus, that kind of area, it's right at the bottom. Hence the name root chakra. We call this red ray. The red ray energy center. Same as the root chakra. That's the location, okay? So the second energy center is your orange ray, your sacral chakra. That's a couple of inches further up. Now if you imagine this going in a straight line up your spine, but really it's more in the center of your body. If you follow the line of your spine, your red ray would be here, or you're sat on. Your orange ray slightly further up, a couple of inches further up, just below your navel. Okay, that's your sacral chakra, your orange ray energy center. Your third energy center is your solar plexus, yellow ray center. That's just about where your navel is, slightly higher. Okay, if you think 1.5 inches higher than your navel, roughly between 1 inch and 1.5 inch, and try and imagine these so they're in the center of your body rather than on your spine all the way at the back. So they're not the front or the back, they emanate from within. Okay, your fourth energy center is your green ray, your heart center, just here. So if you feel between your ribs, but then in the center of your body. Your fifth energy center is your blue ray, your throat chakra, just here. Okay, but again in the center. So imagine drawing a cross section through here, 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 straight through here. Your sixth energy center is your indigo ray, here. All if you draw a cross section in the geometrical center of your brain, it'll be just here. Okay, in the center of your brain. So when you focus in on these centers, if it helps, then yeah, go to your back or to your front. It might help if you visualize to your front first, and then imagine going into your body, to the center of your body, and center yourself, and that will draw the energy center, focal point of attention, into the center of your body. Your seventh energy center is your violet ray, which is just here at the top of your head, and it emanates to about here. Okay, this exercise is again simple in theory, not so easy in practice. I want you to take the 3 breaths that we went through in steps 1 and 2, lessons 1 and 2. Nice long deep breath in, hold 2 seconds, and then a very, very slowly exhale. Center yourself, ground yourself. Then imagine roots coming out of the bottom of your red ray center first, coming out and going down and through the earth, breaking through the earth's crust, breaking through the soil, wrapping around, weaving around, anchoring on anything you can find, rocks and root formations, going all the way down to the heart of the earth and connecting to the heart of Gaia, the very central sun, the core of the earth. And then when you grounded, grounded to Gaia. Gaia's going to help you through this. Then I want you to, one at a time. Now I want you to start though with your Indigo Ray Chakra, this one, the third eye chakra here, and start by centering this point of focal attention with your eyes closed into the very center of your head, and hold it there. It will keep trying to wander back into your mind. I promise you, it will keep trying to come from here into your whole mind, or maybe into an arm that's aching a bit, or a leg, or some distraction that's over there or over there. Keep bringing it back to center. That's your first few days worth of practice, and then when you've got that down, and you can do that for at least 1 or 2 minutes, and holding it there continuously, then I want you to go through each and every energy center from the bottom up with your consciousness tracking. Okay, so starting with the red ray, and when you hold your focal point of attention on this red ray, just send love and blessing to it. This doesn't have to be in thought. just feeling, because the thought might pull you off target, it might distract you. And then after a couple of minutes, I want you to go to your orange ray and then do the same. Okay, hold your focal point of attention, hold your consciousness onto that one focal point, onto the orange ray. If it helps, visualize a red glowing orb about this big. And visualize it changing as you go from red to orange, orange to yellow, yellow to green, green to blue, blue to indigo, and then up to the violet ray on the crown of your head. That's your crown chakra. Okay, now that's a practice that you can do, that you can add to the consciousness tracking from exercise from lesson 2, or you can do it separately on separate days. But it might help if you do both on the same day with this, because they're both consciousness tracking exercises, and they're both very similar but slightly different, because of course when you've got a separate finger, a finger end or a thumb or a toe that you're tracking, that you're focusing your focal point of attention onto, that can sometimes be slightly easier in a way, because you have to use more of your imagination complex to really get these orbs of light, this focal point of attention, directed and focused and held onto these energy centers, because they're in the center of your body. So it's maybe not quite as easy, but it goes, this exercise and this class goes hand in hand with class number 2. Okay, so see how you go. Maybe try doing 10 minutes of lesson number 2, class 2, and maybe 10 minutes of lesson number 3, exercise number 3, on the same day. And then if that doesn't work out so good for you, maybe try separating them. So alternate them, from one day to another. Doing exercise 2 and exercise 3. But I promise you, these are going to really help. These are really good tools to have in your spiritual mastery kit over thought forms and consciousness tracking. This is all building up to something, I promise you. Something incredible. Karma alleviation. But it's only when you get good at this that you can truly incorporate and utilize and integrate all of these concepts into one exercise, where you can literally summon the energy of the relationship, of the energy of the soul of the one who either you, in your mind, you've perceived that you've done something wrong to them, or you perceive that they've done something wrong to you and you haven't fully forgiven them yet. Okay, because this is the karma, this is the action. Karma means action, to do. This is what's going to balance the doing, by imagining this, by using our imagination, because don't forget, everything in this universe was created by imagination of the one infinite source. And you are a spark of that one infinite source. You are an element of that source. So we're mastering our source selves, our God selves, and honing this to assist in karma balancing, karma alleviation. So you won't have to keep coming back and doing this again and again and again. And I'm doing this myself. I've posted a channeling. I've channeled this myself before from my higher self, telling me that there's more people that I need to forgive, there's more karma that I need to alleviate. I went to a master channeler, Sam, and I posted his channeling of my higher self. He channeled my higher self, and I posted it. Check it out. It's on the channeling sessions, on the playlist. Namaste.